Now, I had just taken this off of here and thrown out the double-sided tape and everything, and then I went to pick this up, and then I realized, well, that was stupid, because now I'm going to have to pick it up, touching it on the paint. So I'm going to stick it back on again and just hope that this bottle of, well, this is the same as Tamiya Extra Thin, only it's Tester's version of it. This goes back to the Titanic and Lusitania. I've had this bottle for 40 or more years. Anyway, now I can pick it up without touching the paint. Maybe I don't have to be that careful, but I think I do with this kind of paint, especially if I don't want to get the corners, kind of shiny. It's just my thinking on it. And this came out really good. And our airbrush is all back together. Okay, now, about this. We have done everything on 26 that we can possibly do, except for actually put the swing out bridge on the hinges here, which I don't want to do right now. Now, 27. There is some more parts that we should really find. It looks like there's a couple of, 3 photo etch pieces here. Got to make more gangways or stairways or whatever we call them in ship language. And then I think we will be starting to stick some of this stuff down, as near as I can tell. So let's find the rest of these little pieces here. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I'm not going to say, now we got to find such and such. Okay, here it is, snip, snip. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And we'll get the ladders formed. Maybe I might show that. Anyway, enough talk. I'm nipping some parts off here like L31 and L17, and I'm thinking, well, they only need one. It's funny, there's nothing on this side. But then when I turn the page here, well, here's the other side of the same piece. And L17. So in other words, what I'm trying to say is I guess I better be nipping off the parts that come off on this page too. Then I can, all these are very, very small parts, by the way, so I'll be painting them the dark gray. And I guess it's a good idea to get all of the small parts all at once and then start assembling the larger pieces together after I get them appropriately painted, of course. No use sticking parts down on stuff that isn't painted. Once again, hindsight is better than foresight. And when I was painting that light gray on those other pieces here earlier, I should have gone ahead and found these two pieces, because they're going to need the light gray around the outside. So this is A1 and B2. They go something like this. Anyway, a lot of these little, well, not a lot, but I guess. So why do I need these? Well, I guess for step 28 they want you to fasten them down. Now I'm not even going to turn the page to 29 because I've already got so many little parts here that I've got to trim up, and then I want to double check and make sure I've got them all. I think what I'll do is I'll see the part on the manual, find it, and circle it once I found it, and just systematically go through them all. And that way I'm sure to have everything. They are done. I got probably most of the flashing and all of the sprue off. I think I did a reasonably good job. And of all of these pieces, there's only 5 that are single. These 2, of course, and these 3 right here. Everything else is 2 or more of each one. And this one here, I'll zoom in and I'll show you. Okay, this piece and this piece have to be glued together, and they're not keyed, so which is kind of too bad. So I guess the thing to do is I'll glue them together as best I can, and then sand them, file them and sand them down after. Now, I was actually looking for something else here, but I'm noticing that the wooden grating in this diagram and this diagram is different. And I was thinking, oh, he's made a mistake. But then I'm reading here, it says wooden grating removed from the deck, January of 41. Okay. So I guess what Trumpeter decided they were going to do, because it's obviously not here, is that they decided to have it the way it was, the most recent way. Anyway, this stuff that you're seeing right here is actually wooden grating, number 27. Okay, but that's not what I was actually looking for. Okay, we're back to this page again. And, okay, so this piece here is this piece here. And this piece here, you see it here, is actually this piece right here. Okay, I just wanted to see what they actually look like, and gives you an idea of what you have to paint and what color the deck should be. It looks like the deck was sort of a metal, dark metal. Anyway, the top of this is obviously gray, so I'm going to be spraying this light gray all over. And there may be a few little parts that we're going to have to stick onto it to give it realism, I don't know. Been doing a lot of talking and not a whole lot of work in here. Now, if you notice the diagram on the left, it's actually a later drawing, and or it's supposed to be a later version, that is, of the Bismarck. And it looks like they've started painting the upper parts, like what would be visible from the air, a dark color. That makes a lot of sense, actually. So I'm going through this book right now, and I'm looking for, where they'd have a cutaway of what we're actually going to, the parts that we're going to be painting that we just looked at there. And I'm just running into one interesting thing after the other here, and I'm thinking, oh, I should show this to the viewers. But if I keep doing that, we're not going to get this model made. And what I would recommend, though, is that you just go ahead and you buy your own. It's not that expensive. And I'm sure Amazon is worldwide. Just Google The Battleship Bismarck by Stefan Draminsky, and you're going to find it. Get your own. I have absolutely no buyer's regret getting this book. Well, I don't know, did I do that, or did I get it like that? It doesn't take a whole lot to get me sidetracked here, and I got to thinking, did I maybe accidentally damage the book when I sliced open the box there? Because I remember I sliced it open using a utility knife, and so I dug out the video that I did on that, and I can see that I didn't do it. I didn't make that mark myself, because I didn't even pop the bubble pack that was on the top there, and that would have been the first to go. However, you can see that the mark is very clear. Well, it's not clear, but it's there. It's on the book already. But you know what? I don't care. It's what's inside the book. And what's inside the book is excellent. Like I indicated, you will not have buyer's regret. Or maybe where you live you say buyer's remorse. And just another little thing of interest here, not that you care, but I have video files going back years. I keep absolutely every single video file. And I've got literally thousands of them. I've got hard drives full of them. You never know. Someday I might want to all of a sudden find out, did I actually wreck my own book or not? You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, according to our instructions, we need 3 of photo-etch D9. Well, I've already removed them from the sprue here. And it seems to me the last time I tried this, something went wrong. And I was thinking afterwards that my homemade bending tool here should have worked just great on something like this. I'm going to try it one more time here. Now what I want to do here is I want to make the bend where the treads are attached to the stringer. In other words, this section here will fold up. And like I say, I can't remember exactly what went wrong before, but I'll put on my macro lens and we'll get in nice and close. And I'll also put on my strong glasses so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, if I press down there, now I should be able to get underneath here and then fold this whole thing up. So it's at right angles. Now we'll lift up our tool here. We'll back it out. And we'll put it in again. Just let me check my monitor, make sure I'm still got everything in the field of view. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Okay, am I going to bend in the right place here? Maybe the back could go just a little bit more in. Not too much in, because I want it to be bending at the joint there. Okay, now I'll get my, whoops, I moved it. Get my fingers out of the way, go back. Very gently, now press down. Now turn this over. Go underneath. And this should just bend right in place here. Okay, let's see what we got. Yeah, I think it worked out okay this time. I did not show bending the treads at the right angle because we've done that before. Anyway, let's get them stuck down on a piece of double-sided masking tape here, and I think this is the last thing that I needed to get ready as far as little parts go. We are ready to spray. Got my little stair pieces down on double-sided tape, and I got to just go downstairs in the basement and re-hook up my air hose. I disconnected because what will happen is there's a slow leak, and every once in a while the big air compressor down in the workshop cuts in when it doesn't need to. Oh, okay. I think I know what might be our problem here. And that is, we're getting clogs. Yeah, one of the viewers put me onto that in yesterday's comments, and I don't know why I didn't think of lumpy paint. In other words, the paint is not, mixing up properly, and it's got little chunks of pigment or something in there that have sort of, congealed together or not mixing up. Maybe a little hardened pieces are falling off as I'm taking the lid off. Yeah, I'm thinking this might be the problem. In other words, I'm using lumpy paint. And there is a way to deal with that. First of all, you can strain your paint or use new paint. But I'm going to try an experiment. We'll talk about it when I do it. I think I'm going to cut this episode off here today. And we'll do our spraying in the next episode. So once again, thank you for watching, and all being well, we'll see you tomorrow, and hopefully this is going to work out okay.